My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
All right, today is June 25th, 2026. It is 2:53 p.m. So I'm recording early since I have some time. I could always edit later tonight. And we're gonna go on vacation soon. And I sort of wanted to see what's going on X, and I decided let's go over it together. By the way, I think YouTube has changed some stuff in terms of membership. If you look up here, it puts here, YouTube says, we're updating your pricing for new members to reflect latest exchange rate. Review before it adjusting August 17. You also have the option to update pricing for new members once every 12 months. I'm not gonna change anything. Like I've said, if you wanna support me, you do it out of your heart. The amount that I put, it's just gonna stay that way. And if you have extra, you wanna donate more, I always say I have PayPal and Cash App. You could do a one-time donation or whatever. Okay, so those who have been donating to my PayPal and Cash App, not so much, but mostly PayPal, I truly appreciate it. As you can see, YouTube, in terms of estimate revenue, is actually going down instead of up. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna leave it. My main thing is I want to share information with you. Okay, so let's go on X. As a matter of fact, no, there's something I put on my list here. Let's do it. Oh, I was looking into some stuff here. I have the link. I think I shared that particular video with you already, in one of the videos that I did. It's worth sharing again because there's a recording I did when I was in bed a couple of days ago. I tried to upload it on my computer to it corrupted. I don't know what happened. So forget the thought. But the thing is that particular night when I was in bed and I felt like something changed. It's like, it's really hard to explain. I was so looking forward to edit that audio to share with you because I say so much in that recording. This young lady here come as close as to what I was thinking, and that's why I'm gonna share it again. I may not play the entire thing. The link will be in the description. It will be the first link on the list, okay?
Followers left me a comment wondering why am I posting so many videos showing white people who are standing up for injustice. And I said, one is because the pendulum has swung. I feel like something has shifted on this earth, in this atmosphere, and it just really met its precipice yesterday when the Obamas, the dedication.
I felt that shift too. I truly felt that shift, and that's why I went back to look for her video when in one of my recording that I did. And at that time, when I did the recording, I didn't see that video. It's yesterday morning when I got up, usually I ease myself into starting doing work. So while I'm procrastinate with myself and I watch some videos, hers was one of them. And when she said about that shift, I was like, oh my God, I felt it too. So that's why I'm sharing it again.
Because he, his wife, and everybody there spoke hope, life, resilience, peace, and love over this country. And words are powerful. Words are vibration. Words are energy. And so the more that I show the world, particularly Americans, that there are white folk and non-black people that are speaking truth to power, that this reign of racism, this reign of prejudice, bigotry, xenophobia, homophobia is losing. See, at its highest, right? The devil thought, no matter what religion you are, we always believe there's a good versus an evil.
That's right.
And what the devil meant for evil with Trump and with that Josh Holkiff telling Michelle looked like a man.
That's the guy who was fighting at the UFC. That's who she's making reference to.
That was that devil raising his ugly head, not knowing that a few days later, hope and love was coming.
And also, this just came to mind. We have to thank ourselves. African Americans have to thank themselves, because with all those commotion, all those movement that's going around us, where these people are shifting, they're trying to control things. What African Americans have done, instead of moving along with them or react to their thing, African Americans just stand still. African Americans stood still while the others are going chaotic around them, and they destroying themselves by standing still, not going do protests like marching, physical, put yourself on the street to march. Instead, you take care of yourselves, you do other things, try to keep yourself somewhat rejuvenated, happy, whatever makes you feel good, because the election didn't have to go that way, the way it went. So while we standing still in our own respective way, okay, not joining those people who felt like Trump was the best candidate for the office, so we then joined them, but instead the commotion, the movement, the turbulence that's going around us, it's them who's destroying themselves. So we have to thank ourselves for that. I don't know, something happened where African American are on the same wavelength. Something is happening. Whatever it is, something is happening. Because I felt it, and I was so shocked when I heard her saying about that shift. Okay, let's continue.
We saw at that dedication black, white, African, Latino. We saw a world representation.
And kudos to former Chancellor, what's her name, Merkel, who from Germany, who came and to show support for President Obama. So kudos to her as well. And let's not forget our neighbor, Canada, former Prime Minister of Canada also came. Okay, so this is the kind of respect that President Obama has given. Okay, show respect, and the respect is returned. So it means a lot to many of us, to Americans in particular, to see these world leaders travel to support President Obama. So kudos to them. All right.
And that's what the world's about. So again, my videos, yes, my content might shift a little. I'm still going to keep teaching. But I need the world, I need us Americans to speak the positive, because our words are power and our words are vibration.
Okay, and this is why those freaking devilish Israel people come to the United States claiming that their biggest threat is African Americans. I have to, every time it comes to mind, whenever I'm doing recordings, I have to put it out there. This is the devilish who's coming after our kids, saying that my kids was playing video game. Once in a while they go to the park, minding their own business, playing with their friend. For this mother effers coming to the United States saying people like my kids are the threat to freaking thing that this devilish are doing to the Palestinian.
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varnai Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this. not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
So every time it crossed my mind, I have to put it to let people know. This is the nonsense these people are spreading. Okay, and it's very sad. As a matter of fact, today I went to the bank. I called my cousin and I was talking to her about just general things, different topics here and there, what's happening on the news, things like that. And I mentioned it to her about that. You know, we all are minding our own business, and for them to come to put this dog whistle out there, and it's very sad to see. Okay, my husband is Asian, my kids are half Asian, so to see that I truly thought Asians, no matter where you are, it could be what do you call them, Filipino, could be Japanese. Japanese tends to keep to themselves. I don't have too much interaction with Japanese. Well, my college friend was Japanese. That's a different story. But just in general, I really truly thought Asian Americans understood. They had common sense. They are very bright. It really shocked me to see, of all the minorities in the country, for Asian American to be that oblivious to the system. They were part of what's, destroy affirmative action. And for them, with the boycotting of Asian shops, it's that young man. Okay, I understand there were the incident that happened at the store where that Asian guy killed a young boy, he didn't steal anything. Yes, I understand all those other issues, but the boycott started with that Asian guy who dare African American, degrading African American as if we cannot sustain ourselves, and plus the thing that he was saying are things that we could live without. Okay, and you don't have to go to a beauty salon if you don't want to. You could do it yourself, or a pedicure, you could do it yourself. For me, I keep my hands natural. If you look at, sometimes I'll take pictures of food that I'm eating or whatever. You might see my finger here and there. I keep my fingers natural and clean, so I don't have to keep on putting nail polish. It takes work. When the nails, the polish start chipping off, you have to cover it. I don't have time for this, so I just keep it clean and natural. So this guy daring African American, don't go to the boycott beauty salon, boycott this, boycott that, and African American was like, okay, challenge accepted. And now occasionally I see some videos of YouTube videos of Asians are complaining that they're not making money, so they need to take their issues to that guy who gave African American that challenge, and African American accepted it. And even in that aspect, with some Asian, I don't know if it's common sense. I'm not trying to degrade them, but at least some of the videos that I'm coming across, it seems like there's some connection that's sort of lacking. Something is not connecting. They're freaking book smart, but reality, common sense, I don't know, some of them are lacking that. Again, I'm truly sorry. I'm not trying to degrade them. My husband is Asian, but the ones that I'm seeing on TV is on the YouTube videos and stuff. It seems like their complaint, it seems like there's something in between that sort of cut off. It's not making the connection complete. And when I listen to them, I'm like, what? Something is missing. But anyway, All I know, even though I'm not on TikTok, I keep on telling you that I'm not on TikTok. At least the videos that I see on YouTube or on X that come from TikTok, from my understanding, despite the killing and whatever, it went to trial and whatever, African Americans were upset about it, but they were not gonna go boycott the thing, stores or whatever. But they were very upset of the result. That's my understanding. And then out of nowhere, that other Asian guy degrading African American. I thought I had the video the other day. I was looking for it to insert it. I don't see it. I'll look for it again. Degrading African American as if, we can't wash our clothes, where majority of homes, okay, if you don't have a washing machine in your home, the building has it. I do not have a washing machine in my apartment, but the building has it. Okay, laundromat in the building, so many different things. We could cook. So that aspect, I was talking to my cousin about it, and I'm like, isn't the goal of business is to make money? So you're telling people, Black Americans, to boycott those stores where many of these shop owners, they work their butt off to even start a business. Is not easy. And for this idiot telling people, the customers, to boycott it as if it's gonna hurting African American. These were extra things, you have extra dollars or so. You want to make yourself feel good. This is why many African Americans do these things, to make themselves feel good when they have that extra money to go to those Asian stores. But that guy said, hey, boycott it. African American was like, okay, where are those black beauty salon? And kudos to many of those African American who's highlighting and promoting other shop owners, because he pretty much, I think we need to thank him. That Asian guy who dare African American to boycott, we need to thank him, because it's long overdue. It's long overdue for all of us to have that capacity to spend, but we're not spending it in our own community. So we need to thank him for that. But anyway, why did I bring all of this? Let's listen to that. This young lady, there's so many content creators. Okay, this thought just came to mind. This is the thing that I didn't understand with the UK when Meghan was going through her thing with the tabloid. Consistently, they continue doing it, talking nonsense about Meghan and all of that. Nobody, with the exception of the female MPs, I'm excluding that. All right, because it took a long time before they come out, but at least they did. It's on the record, so flowers to them. I'm not gonna disappoint. And Dr. Shola was one of those who stood up and said her thing. But the thing is that the others who had a platform, at least the one who had a platform, like the royal family, they all shut their mouth. And other organizations that in the UK, they didn't speak up. That's what I don't understand with the UK. You see the difference between the UK and the US. Okay? We may not be facing the same thing, but the thing is that when there's an issue, we stand up, we speak up. Look what this guy, the UFC fighter, said nonsense about Michelle Obama. What did you see? All sort of people stood up and defend Michelle Obama. So that's the difference between the UK and the US. Whatever, okay, there's another thought as well. Whatever reason why these people wanted to shift their full-blown stupidity to the US, and they caught some power-hungry Americans who feel like they should be in power forever, who caught this nonsense that's going on in the UK and transported in the US and want to adapt it. It might be, I hate to say that because people have lost their lives, people have gotten hurt. I hate to say that, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because whenever certain things come to the US, it is on a pedestal for the rest of the world to see. So now that this type of tactic, okay, it has been happening in different countries under the radars, people don't fight back. I mean, we're fighting back a different way. Not the same way as Albanian, for instance. Let's give Albanian their flowers, because they're taking the what is it, the Kushner Trump nonsense. They're dismantling their stuff. So with the exception of Albanian, they learn from the Middle East, the Palestinian, but the U.S. is attacking it differently. Okay, by having African Americans stand still, not participate on the debacle of stupidity, instead focusing on themselves. At the same time, they're paying attention to what's going on. Okay, let's not forget that. We're not participating in the stupidity, but we are watching. So that allowed those other people, I mean, there are some really good Americans, and it was very shocking and sad to see many of them fell for the stupidity, the psychological aspect of the Trump. They fell for it, but they couldn't get African American. That's why Israel came over here in the US to say their full-blown stupidity. Who is the most threat to them? Because they have corrupt, with the help of other countries, corrupt the minds of people globally, subdue them in a way where they are self-destruct. They don't even know they are self-destructing. With the amount of work that they've put in the system in the US to convince African American to go along with the stupidity, they can never get them. This is why African American is a threat to them, because we never fall for their stupidity. Perfect example of that is the result of the 2024 election. 92% of Black African American did not vote for that idiot that we're seeing on world stage right now, making America look stupid, degrading America. Only African, oh my goodness. So this is why it's a threat. This is why they claim African American is a threat to Israel, because they want to do their garbage, destroy countries, nation. They just want to do their derangement, their barbaric behavior and peace. So by having us speaking against these barbaric behaviors, they don't like it. They want to do their stupidity in peace. And African American, even though we're not bothering them, we're just minding our own business, focus on the objective. When it's time to vote, we vote for the right person to focus on them, on what's right. So it's a threat to them. Anyway, I went on. This might be a video by itself. I went on that rant. All right, let's continue.
And also, I want people to know that there are more white people that are opening their eyes, or have already had them open, but are now being more verbal, because they see that the pendulum has swung and they want to be on the right side of history. All right? I love you, babies. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. United we stand, divided we fall.
That's it.
Bye.
I'm telling you, everything I've said in the past, they're just coming into fruition. The thumbnails that I did back in after the 2020 election, where I said this is who put Biden in office. I put Stacey Abrams representing Black, and one of what do you call this, Hispanic actress for representing Hispanic, and I put Indian, a random Indian on the cover representing Indian. And I could have put more, but at least that was the group of minority that got Biden in power. That was back in 2020. So what did Trump did? Trump went right in those group minorities, because they have already corrupt minds in South America. The colorism kind of thing. I think it's now many Hispanic and the Americas, okay, and South America in particular, are starting to understand the psychological of things. You could see really a Black Hispanic. They'll tell you, no, they're not Black. I'm like, okay, Dominican, right next door to Haiti. I don't know. It's gonna hurt them in the long way. But what's happening now, people wants to stand in the right side of history, just like she said. And Trump went right in the middle of the minorities, divide them due to racism. And this is why he got back in office, because the white supremacy, they are laser focused. They are laser focused on their objective. It's the minorities that you could see all the little topic discussion that keeps on popping up on YouTube of minorities. Let's say the Asian who claim, degrading African American. At the end, African American, don't go shop at their thing, their stores. And you have the Hispanic. They have their own issues. The thing is that African American know the anecdote for white supremacy, and then white supremacists know that African American can deal with them because they have always put us on a blast. And then you have Israel come over here, literally put the word out there. It's a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. We cannot walk by yourself. You need to work as a group. And then that's the reason I said that. Anyway, it's 24 minutes. I went too long with this video. The link of that video is in the description. You could go and watch it because I talked too much about it. So it's 24 minutes. So I have a couple videos regarding New York. So I'll come back to that. So that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. You know what? Let me add this. I had Obama next. So let me add Obama with that, and then it will be it for the video. Okay, many Americans plan to visit Obama's presidential center. I believe President Obama's legacy will draw people from across the country to Chicago. Will you be visiting? I think at one point I want to go visit the center. I never been to Chicago, so that would be a reason for me to go and visit it. All right. That would be a great trip after we went the midterm. And 132 days. You have a chance to be part of the solution. Help heal America. Trump and MAGA Republicans cause the economic disaster. Make sure you're registered. Make sure your friends are registered. Vote. And the other thing as well, as again, sometime when something like this, what Trump has done as a disadvantage to the country, maybe it was necessary, okay? Because there has been so many things that's been going on in the country under the radar very smoothly. People were not paying attention. So when Trump got in office and put it on full blast, it shocked some people. So maybe it was good that he got accepted. And I'm coming back to that mindset. After the 2024 election, I got depressed. And then when I come to the realization, I was like, maybe it was good that he got in office, because too many of us were too comfortable. And they were doing the exact same thing Trump is doing, but under the radar. So that's that. Okay, so this is one video by itself. Thanks for watching. The next video, we're going to start with that. I think I have a good amount of TikTok videos. So, all right, so I'll start with that, the next video. All right, thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.